Hey everybody, it's Vicki Kinner, independent Scentsy consultant, Scentsy director with Team Scented Style. And today is going to be a different kind of video. I'm actually going to make another video later that's Scentsy. But this video is going to be about my COVID recovery. As you see, Hot Mess Express. So, first I'll take you back to how it all happened and then explain to you what I'm going through now. If you have not experienced this, it may come as a shock, but once you've had COVID, if you got it bad, there's so many things that are affected after the fact. And if you have had COVID and you are experiencing things, you are like this, you are not alone. There's actually a really great Facebook group it's a coronavirus support group, and it's amazing. And so many people are going through the same thing. So earlier this year, the beginning of January, I started not feeling great, and before I know it, I had full-blown COVID, and it quickly went into my lungs, and I couldn't breathe, and I still can't breathe great. Turned into pneumonia. I also could not eat for 12 days. I had the taste of rancid meat in my mouth. A lot of people get like the taste of blood or the taste of I did taste metal for a short time. That's a very common one. And so I literally wasn't eating. And then for 8 days, I had extreme diarrhea. Yeah, I'm being honest. I'm being vulnerable. So literally wasn't eating, and everything I was trying to drink to keep myself alive, basically, was just coming right out. And so sorry about the TMI, but I thought I was going to die. And then I had 4 days of 105-degree fever. I actually went into, I called 911 on myself because I could not breathe. And they came and got me. They had a hard time finding a spot to take me because all the hospitals were full. And they finally called my local hospital again, and somebody said, yeah, come on in. So they brought me to my local hospital, which was nice. And they released me and said, oh, you have pneumonia, and gave me a pack of antibiotics. And I came home and I got worse. If there was a possibility of getting worse, I got worse. And I literally couldn't breathe. And my daughters are high functioning. Well, my oldest one's a high functioning autistic, and my younger one is moderately functioning, and they're going to need me forever. I'm a single mom. I live in California. Their dad lives in New York. He doesn't call. So I have no siblings. I'm literally on my own. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to leave my girls. What am I going to do? Like, what are they going to do? It was, if you're a parent, it was, you can understand. It was literally the scariest time of my life. And it was just horrible. And so then finally, a few days later, I was like, I can't take it anymore. I got in my car. And let me tell you, the body aches that you get with COVID, they hurt so bad. So the pain that I went through was just so bad. And the shivering. And I mean, it wasn't like being sick. It was like being poisoned. It felt like I had been poisoned, and it felt like I was dying, and truly just terrifying. And so I drove myself going 5 miles an hour, and I was just kept putting the brakes on, and it was so bad. I finally it was only like a mile away. I finally got to the hospital, and they admitted me like ASAP. And they put oxygen. Was like so great. Once they put the oxygen on me, oh my God, I could breathe a little bit better. the oxygen really helped. So I was in the hospital 11 days, and I really pushed myself to recover because I have, my girls are 20 and 21, but they need me, and they were here alone. And I mean, they were fine. And I had, friends and family, bringing them food. And I was, ordering food to be delivered from the grocery store and all of that. And they're very self-sufficient. But, they're self-sufficient with me here, not, and so it was just really scary. I was in the hospital 11 days. I started experiencing the brain fog right away. The brain fog is so bad and so scary. The constant, like, being confused and just confused. And I remember driving home because my car was there because I drove myself to the hospital. And I remember feeling like I couldn't remember how to drive and like make my turns, and my turns were weird. And I'm literally a mile away from my house, and I'm like, I missed my turn. I had to go past my street and go around. And it was just, and I had oxygen with me. They sent me home with oxygen. So that night they gave me an oxygen thing that plugs in, and then you just put it in your nose and you have constant oxygen. A storm started. 2 hours after I got home, the power goes out with my oxygen plugged in. And at this point, I'm having PTSD from my bedroom. Literally, when I walked in my bedroom and saw it the way it was before I went to the hospital, I had severe PTSD. I couldn't sleep in there. And I actually had someone came the next day and helped me completely change my room. She moved every piece of furniture in my room to a different wall. I took down all the decor and put up all new, I ordered all new stuff and redecorated my room because I could not rest and sleep in the room that I almost died in. And changing the room, if you're going through this, change your room. Change your room. It really helped me. So if you are going through this, or you know someone who's going through this, literally I put my furniture on a different wall. Nothing stayed the same. And I told myself that the place that I almost died no longer exists. This is a new place. And I bought new warmers, completely changed my decor, had some warmers that would match I went to Southwest desert farmhouse kind of vibe. And it's so zen and comfortable in there and made all the difference. But I still have, like right now I'm ready to cry. I still have PTSD from that. The blanket that was on my bed, I washed it. Everything was destroyed. Everything was just destroyed on my bed. But I washed the blanket, and my mom, it was a beautiful Christmas blanket because we still had our Christmas decor up. And I gave it to my mom and I said, I do not ever want to see this blanket again. She's like, you're wasting. This is a good I said, I don't want to see it again. She didn't understand my PTSD. She couldn't put herself where I was. And she actually told me, you just want to redecorate with your Scentsy stuff. And I'm like, no, I love to redecorate, but that's not what's going on here. So it was severe, but changing my room was a game changer for me. But I was here with oxygen. I was on oxygen for two months. And I started weaning myself off of it and trying to force myself to like get up and walk around and like make my lungs heal. But meanwhile, I'm suffering with debilitating fatigue, which has gotten worse now, if you could believe it. The brain fog, I could not figure out how to fill out my disability paperwork because I wasn't working. And my best friend at work came to help me because Her and I got COVID at the same exact time. We think we got it from our boss. I had thought I got it from when I went on a trip to Arizona, but we think we got it from our boss who actually passed away while I was in the hospital, and I was praying for him. But we had worked for him a week prior, like a week and a half prior, and he kept pulling his mask down, and he didn't know he had it, and I think he gave it to us. But it's still sad that he's not there. Anyway, and now I can't see up close. I had to go buy readers. Actually, before I bought the readers, I went to the 99-cent store and I got one of those little magnifying glasses. My vision up close used to be great. Great. I just had problems seeing distance. And now I can't see up close, especially if the background color and the color of the font is similar. I have a really hard time reading because I'm not a great cook, like at all. So everything's boxed, canned, or frozen. I couldn't read the directions. I couldn't read. I had to have my daughter. I literally couldn't read it. It was just blurry. And I've never had this before in my life. So that's affected. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? And, but yeah, my friend was helping me fill out my paperwork. And she was filling everything out. And she says, okay, what's your maiden name? And I just sat there, like, confused by her question. And she's like, your maiden name. Now, I know what a maiden name is, and I know what my maiden name is. But in that moment, I could not think of it. And then she says, what's your dad's last name? And I go, oh, okay, that's scary. It feels like, and I do this now several times a day where I just blank. It feels like what people with the onset of dementia, Alzheimer's, must be going through, and how scary it is when you're like, I know that. Why can't I think of it? But this is actually a lot of people who have had COVID have asked me, do you have the brain fog? And I'm like, yes. So if you're experiencing this, you are not alone. But guess what? There's really nothing you can do about it. They say it clears up. Well, I hope soon, because this stinks, okay? And even Scentsy spray can't fix this stink because it's horrible. Okay, so I have that. I have the eye thing. The fatigue. It is, when I say debilitating, I am not kidding you. It is debilitating. There is so much I need to do. There's days where I go 3 days without washing dishes because I literally can't. I can't get up. I can't, like, I have laundry to fold and I'm just like, all I want to do is sleep. And that's not me. I'm a go, go, go energetic person. And now I get my energy in spurts. That's why sometimes I make my videos when I get off work, because I have some energy. Because it's funny how you're tired at work, but the minute you get home, you're like, bing. So I use when I'm able to make videos to make my videos and to work my Scentsy business. I work it when I have that spurt of energy. But like I work nights till 3 a.m. So I get up about 10:30. And then my daughter and I, she goes to jujitsu every day, and I go to my physical therapy, which is in the same building, at noon. We get home about 1:40. I go take a nap, okay? I take a nap because I'm literally exhausted. And even when I'm not exhausted, I'm never fully like the way I used to be. And it's horrible. And then I get up and then I go to work and then I sleep on my break. And the whole time I'm at work, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so tired. So tired. The only time I'm not tired is when I get home from work and it's time to go to bed. Then I'm like, that's when I come in my office and start doing stuff. But it's awful, okay? Then something new just started happening a couple weeks ago. Just started noticing it, and I've heard it is also normal. They say after your body goes through trauma, a few months later, this starts happening. My hair is falling out. A lot of it. And a lot from this side. Look, you could see my, it's real, like, even when I touch it, it's really like, oh, it's really thin. My hair is falling out. I've never had that happen to me in my life. When I brush it and I pull the brush through, hair, like thick pieces of hair are coming out of my head. And the brush is full. And every time I brush my hair, I always pull the hair out. And there's like always just like a couple strands that when I pull it out of my brush, it's like this thick. You guys. I'm sure it's hard for anyone, but women, like our hair, we're like, oh my gosh. What? Like, you know, when you put your ponytail up and you're holding it with your hand, like, you know how thick your hair is. And now I know how thin my hair is because when I hold it, it just feels like half the amount. And I just started using, I used to use a lot of, that's why I left my hair in. Plus I'm just now getting ready and I was like having a hard time getting ready. I was just sitting, the picture that you'll see on the cover photo, the thumbnail for this video, I took when I was sitting there needing to brush my hair and I just couldn't. I just sat there and I took a picture and I go, you know what? I need to make a video because I want to share with people like what I'm going through. And so people who've never been through this can understand what other people are going through, and B, so the people going through it know that they're not alone and that it's we're in this together, like they say. And but it doesn't make it any easier. But when I was using rubber bands, my hair was coming out even worse. It was so traumatic to take my hair out. So I saw all the videos for Ponyo, and I was like, I'm gonna get me a Ponyo because they keep saying it doesn't pull your hair out. It doesn't pull your hair out. When I release my hair, it doesn't pull it out. And I've been using, instead of rubber bands, I've been using, because I always put my hair in buns. I have been using I can't think of the word, scrunchies. And yes, they don't pull your hair out as bad. So you'll see I have my scrunchie, but under right here is the Ponyo. And so if you are going through this, get some Ponyos. They do help not pull your hair out. So that's just something that may be able to help you. And I'm on a vitamin diet. Like, I got vitamins coming. Every day I make myself a fruit and veggie and leafy green smoothie. And so I'm getting a ton of like vitamins from food, and I'm trying to eat healthy. And yeah, it's not helping. And I take the hair, skin, and nails. And yeah, they say that the hair starts to come back. It may take up to a year, but they say the hair comes back. They say none of this other stuff will help. Everybody says, oh, try this, try that. My doctor, she says none of that's going to help. I mean, it just is what it is. She says a lot of women who have when they have babies, this happens. A lot of people after surgery, this happens. So it's normal, but it's traumatizing. And another thing I'm going through is my grip strength, and my leg strength is just not where it was. And then I see how I blank. It's scary. I've never been like that ever. Now when I had pneumonia, they showed me what my lungs looked like, and they were completely white, which means, I mean, they were just really bad. And so now I get short of breath, Just walking from my car into work, from the parking lot into, I'm like, like I get out of breath. And now my right lung, like up here, is heavy. Something's going on there. I don't know what it is. I saw my doctor the other day for a full checkup. She says she can't hear anything, but she's ordering a CAT scan because we need to figure out what's going on. But it's like it damaged my lung. But anyway, so I'm going through a lot of side effects. This COVID thing has literally changed everything about me. It's awful. It's awful. I don't wish this on anyone, so be careful. Stay away from people. I love people. I'm a people person. But I stand a little further back now because COVID is awful. If you get it and it's like the flu, great. Good for you. But if you don't get it like that, if you get it severe, like my girls, all they did was they lost their smell. And I still can't smell. I'm a Scentsy consultant and I can only smell certain scents. So like that, okay, let's bring it back to Scentsy for a minute. So I didn't realize that I couldn't smell. I got home and I had a tower. It looked like a what is it called? The Eiffel the Eiffel Tower in Paris. I had a huge thing of Scentsy waiting for me, and I was like, I could not wait to come back and share everything with you guys. And so one of the things I wanted to do is, I was in the hospital when we transitioned to the new catalog. I wanted to do a scent review because I bought all the new release bars. And I'm like, and this one, I didn't realize that. And I was doing a Facebook Live. And I didn't know that I couldn't smell until I opened the bars and I was like, I can't smell these. And it's so funny because I used to really love, and I still love, fruity scents, but there's so many fruity scents that I cannot smell. Like anything with melon, peach, I can't smell it. There's a lot of them I can't smell. Coconut is difficult for me to smell. I can smell strawberry and I can smell pineapple and apple, but a lot of the other ones I cannot smell. So that is a bummer. And like last year and every year prior at this time, I was doing all fruity scents, and I never ever liked fresh scents. You guys, I am obsessed with Jammy Time. I never really liked it before. It wasn't something I have it in every room, including in Darth Vader over here, including in my villain's warmer, and in my bedroom, and in the living room. The kitchen's the only one that's different. I always have, and I usually use a lot of lemon. I haven't used a lot of lemon this season, but my Be My Honey, I just love Be My Honey. I can smell those good, but it's weird because now I'm gravitating toward, like I never liked lavender. Anything with lavender, I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I'm gravitating towards lavender. What is that? It's really weird, but I'm going with it. Whatever, right? But it's just weird. It changed the smells that I like, and I still can't smell everything. A lot of florals I can't smell. However, I can smell rose and lavender, but a lot of the other ones, I'm like, yeah, I can't smell it. But yeah, it's weird. But I'm alive and I'm grateful. I'm alive and I'm grateful. And I am a tough cookie. So COVID is not going to win. I'm going to continue to do what I can and push myself. I just earned the annual sales award. And I'm going to continue to succeed. And COVID can just kiss my butt because, sorry, I'm mad at COVID. Like, COVID's a jerk. It changed my whole darn life. But I am a fighter, and I am not going to allow it to stop me from doing the things I need to do and the things I want to do. It may slow me down, but it's not going to stop me. So if you are dealing with this, just know you're not alone. Know that eventually, hopefully, we will get back to normal, but we're strong. We can get through this. We survived. And I don't want to cry, but we survived and we are going to get through it. All right, you guys, I'm going to go fix this. I don't know if there'll be makeup on. This brown, we all have those things that we're like sensitive about. Mine's this right here, this brown spot. This brown. I hate that brown spot. But I'm going to go get this together. See, I got my shirt on. That's something. Let's clap it up for Vicki. I did that. But I'm going to go get all this together, and I have a great video coming for you. It's all my you guys, this, you see how many times that my empties from April, and there's a lot, but yeah, it's gonna be a great video. So check it out later. It'll be up later. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.